Good afternoon, Professor Klepfer. My name is Taylor Rocha, and today I will be presenting lifespan development of adolescence. I will be using AI to present my slides, and am happy to submit my transcript for this presentation if requested. Adolescence is a significant developmental period for teens, including moral, emotional, and social development. During this phase of development, adolescents often focus more on their interactions with peers to define who they are and where they fit into the social circles. Adolescents experience a wide spectrum of emotions as they navigate the challenges of this phase of transition. They will require ways to cope, self-regulations, self-awareness, and empathy for the sake of their mental health. Adolescents also begin to acquire a sense of what is right and wrong, as well as a framework for addressing complicated moral problems. To produce strong, well-rounded individuals, it is essential to understand and support adolescents' moral, social, and emotional development. What is temperament and attachment? Temperament refers to an individual's consistent and enduring patterns of emotionality and arousal. Attachment, on the other hand, is often associated with love and affection and starts in our early years. When babies cry or smile, it causes parents to show affection or to care for them. This in turn strengthens the connection and attachment between them. The complex interaction between an adolescent's biology and environment determines their temperament. Due to biological variables like brain chemistry and genetics, an individual may inherit certain temperamental traits like impulsivity or shyness. Environmental factors, including peer relationships, family dynamics, and socioeconomic status, interact with these innate qualities. For example, a teenager with a genetic predisposition to anxiety may exhibit increased symptoms in response to environmental stressors. Understanding the interactions between biology and environment is essential for understanding adolescents' diverse temperaments and creating the best plan to support their social development. The attachment patterns that individuals obtain in their early years, particularly with their parents, serve to classify them using a well-known psychological framework known as attachment categories. Disorganized attachment, insecure avoidant attachment, insecure anxious attachment, and secure attachment are the four main forms. Individuals with a stable attachment style are usually comfortable in close quarters, speak well of themselves and others, and are good at controlling their emotions. On the other hand, insecure anxious people often fear rejection and want further validation from others, while insecure avoidant people might avoid intimate relationships. Disorganized attachment is characterized by a range of conflicting behaviors, which represent unresolved trauma and internalized conflict. These attachment styles have a significant impact on an individual's relationships and social interactions throughout their lifetime. Teens' emotional development can be significantly impacted by the physical and cognitive changes that come with puberty. Major physical changes brought on by puberty in adolescence might result in challenges with body image and feelings of self-consciousness. These changes in the body often follow cognitive growth, including the capacity for analyzing scenarios with abstract thought and critical thinking. Adolescents may begin to doubt their identities, values, and beliefs due to their increased cognitive functions. They may feel uncertain and unstable emotionally because of this. These factors may also affect how teenagers perceive and manage their emotions. Teens go through significant changes in their physical, cognitive, and emotional makeup during adolescence, which typically spans from age 13 to 19. The physical characteristics associated with this period include rapid growth spurts, changes in body composition, and the introduction of secondary sexual features. Adolescents with hormone imbalances frequently experience increased emotions and mood fluctuations, which can bring challenges as well as opportunities for personal growth. The cognitive development of teenagers involves the emergence of more abstract reasoning, challenging authority, and independent investigation of one's own beliefs and ideals. Adolescents develop their emotional intelligence by learning to regulate their feelings, grow more sympathetic, and form closer relationships with peers and adults. An adolescent's moral development is a complex process that is impacted by several factors, including the reward and punishment frameworks that are in place. Teens who receive punishment are more likely to understand the consequences of their actions, which fosters empathy and accountability. Rewards, however, can also encourage moral decision-making in teens and serve to encourage good behavior. Punishment has the potential to have a big influence on teens' moral development. It is believed that while strict punishment may occasionally deter misbehavior, it can also incite resentment and rebellion. Strict punishments without guidance or reason might not effectively teach morals. Instead, they might inspire fear. Conversely, by focusing on empathy and assisting adolescents in understanding the consequences of their actions, constructive discipline can support the growth of a more sophisticated moral compass. Teenagers' moral development may benefit from open communication that parents and educators foster and the focus that is placed on lessons learned rather than punishment alone. Reward systems have the potential to promote moral principles, strengthen a sense of responsibility, and reward actions. When adolescents associate moral action with tangible rewards, they are more likely to gain moral ideals and integrate them into their cognitive processes. However, to prevent incentives from overshadowing the importance of moral behavior, balance must be reached. Teenagers should be driven to act morally not just by a desire to get something in return, but also by a genuine desire for helping others. Ultimately, a well-designed reward system may add to other strategies for promoting moral development in teens. How to promote healthy social development. Teens' social development may be greatly aided by encouraging hobbies and interests, since they provide them opportunities to interact with people who have similar interests. Adolescents who participate in these extracurricular activities can strengthen their sense of self-worth, collaborate with others, and create a feeling of community. Adolescents who work on their communication skills are more adept at expressing their emotions clearly, asking for assistance when they need it, and finding constructive ways to resolve conflicts. Through self-regulation, which increases resilience and flexibility, they can control their emotions, impulses, and decision-making. By setting an example of good behavior and activities, parents may help their adolescents develop strong moral convictions. By engaging in ethical discussions and being allowed to speak freely, teenagers can improve their capacity for critical thought as well as their empathy for other people. Teens may be helped to develop a feeling of accountability and responsibility by being given the freedom to make their own decisions and accept the consequences, as well as by having clear expectations and boundaries. The period of adolescence is crucial for the development of an individual's moral, social, and emotional growth. To promote healthy growth in these areas, it is essential for caregivers to create a warm environment that values open communication and mutual respect. In nurturing environments, adolescents can develop strong bonds of self-awareness, empathy, and interpersonal skills, laying the groundwork for their future positive development and well-being. If you would like a copy of my slide transcript or reference list for this presentation, do not hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.